What's up, this is Autark here from smartbuytrainers.com. In Apple's latest event, the MacBook Pro were the highlight of the show. But I think Apple made the perfect AirPods. These are the AirPod 3. Apple did not send these to me. I actually bought them the minute they were available. These are the one that I have been looking for a long time, and I'll tell you why these are perfect, for me at least. So this is an early impression. If you want a long-term review, like in 3 months or so, hit the like button and just let me know in the comment what you want to know. So my main use of the AirPods, I practically wear them all day long, but I also use them for running indoors and outdoors, and I did a few runs with these already and a few indoor rides as well. So I will tell you my overall impression of these for workouts and regular use. The AirPods come in a tiny box with the AirPods and a case only, no charger included. The AirPods use Lightning cable, the same charging cable you use for an iPhone, and now you can charge these with MagSafe as well, or a wireless charger. The AirPods 3 look very similar to the AirPod Pro. Without the ear tip, the case is a tiny bit smaller, the stem is smaller than the previous AirPods, and now looks just like the stem on the AirPod Pro. The AirPods 3 has the Force Touch sensor on the stem itself, just like the AirPods Pro, rather than the tapping you had to do on the previous AirPods. One press on the stem will play or pause, a double press will fast forward, a triple press will rewind or go back a song. So this is another feature I liked with the AirPod Pros, and Apple passed it down to the regular AirPods. Really, the main difference between the AirPod 3 and AirPods Pro are the active noise cancellation and lack of a ear tip, and if you don't like the ear tip, these are perfect for you. Let's talk about the price. The AirPod 3 now falls between the AirPods Pro and the previous generation AirPods, which Apple is still selling for $129. The AirPods 3 retails for $179, so about $50 more than the previous AirPods. The AirPods Pro retails for $249. So the AirPod 3 sits in the middle of the two now and is offered as a third option. The AirPods 3 now has adaptive EQ and spatial audio for more immersive experience. These are awesome for watching movies, but for music, I personally did not notice that big of a difference, but if you like to watch movies, it's just awesome. Look, I have a Bose home theater system in my house and it's great, I love it, but I put these on last night to watch a Netflix movie just to experience the spatial audio, and they blew me away. So if movie watching is your thing, or you like to watch movies when cycling indoors, you're going to love the new AirPods. The AirPods are finally water and sweat resistant. These are rated IPX4 for the AirPods and the case, so they should withstand heavy sweating and rain if you get caught in the rain when running outside. Now, the old AirPods were not sweat resistant, but I literally put them through the washing machine by mistake and they came out just fine. So I know Apple did not put the IPX4 rating on the old AirPods, but I'm pretty sure they were, but it's good to see Apple officially say these are sweat resistant. The AirPods 3 has 6 hours of listening time and up to 4 hours of talk time. 5 minutes of charging in the case will give you about an hour of battery life. With the case, you'll get up to 30 hours of battery life. This is an improvement from the previous AirPods, which gave you up to 5 hours of battery life and 24 hours with the case, and much better than the AirPods Pro, which has only 4.5 hours of battery life and around 24 hours with the case. The AirPods 3 feature a skin detection sensor that can tell whether or not the earphones are in your ear versus in a pocket or on a table, and pause playback when removed. The AirPods 3 look a lot like the AirPods Pro. Without the ear tip, the speaker itself look like the AirPods 2, but a tiny bit bigger. I noticed it immediately when I put them on. They fit perfectly fine on me. On an 80-minute ride I resisted adjusting or touching the AirPods to see if they stay in my ear for the full ride. A little over an hour later, the right one fell off. So you'll find yourself adjusting the AirPods every once in a while, which is typical, but not as much as I used to do with the AirPod Pro. But the one thing I noticed, the music audio itself did not change much. For example, the AirPods Pro, I had to constantly adjust them to keep that tight seal to get that rich audio. But these were really good until that one ear completely fell off my right ear. You can use one AirPod at a time too. I do this a lot when I am on the phone. Phone conversations are good. You can hear the other person perfectly clear and they can hear you just fine. The microphone is covered by an acoustic mesh to help reduce the sound of wind, so the speaker's voice come across fine. The AirPods also has a codec that offers full HD voice quality, so your phone calls and FaceTime calls will come out much better. The music audio is really good. The AirPods 3 has a custom driver and a high dynamic range amplifier with a good powerful bass with crisp, clean, high frequencies. I found them to sound louder too. I don't know if it's just me or they actually do sound louder. The adaptive EQ tunes sound in real time based on how AirPods fit in your ear. So this is great when exercising, and you will find the audio sounds really good without having to constantly adjust the AirPods. Something that usually drives me nuts with other earbuds. The spatial audio with the dynamic hit tracking is great and fun to use when watching movies, and you will get that immersive experience, and it's really cool the first time you experience it. But for running or exercising, it won't make any difference unless you like to watch movies when exercising indoors. The AirPods 3s are like the love child between the AirPods 2 and the AirPods Pro. They look better audio than previous gen, better battery life than both the AirPod 2 and AirPod Pro, and they come with all the Pro audio features except for the active noise cancellation. And because I wear these all day long and use them for phone calls and running outside, personally I didn't care much for the active noise cancellation. I actually find noise cancellation to be uncomfortable sometimes when taking phone calls, doing house chores, or taking a walk in the neighborhood. The AirPod Pros have transparency mode, which works very well, but why pay more to have active noise cancellation if it's something that you won't really use or care much for? I like to have the active noise cancellation when traveling on a plane, but I prefer to use the Sony WH-1000 or 2000. I don't know what number we're on now. The other thing about the AirPods is, just like everything Apple, they integrate well with the Apple ecosystem. So if you are 6 feet deep into the Apple ecosystem like me, you will love the AirPods. Siri is always available and you can listen to notification, reply to messages, and do all kind of Siri things. Also, the AirPods will switch between devices, not so seamlessly like Apple claims, but once you pair it to your iPhone, it will be recognized by Apple TV, iPad, and your MacBooks. Sometimes it's seamless and sometimes it's not so seamless. But if you are walking around with the AirPods in your ear and turn on the Apple TV, you'll get an option to switch audio to use your AirPods. Same thing if you have an iPad or a MacBook. You can just switch easily between devices and don't have to worry about pairing or Bluetooth limitations. Listen, I know I probably want to jump on most Apple products. I admit it, their stuff just works so well, but I was also late to the AirPod game, and they quickly became my favorite headphones and my go-to when running. So if you need headphones for all day listening, workouts, and I mean long sweaty runs or runs in the rain, or indoor workouts like Zwift or Peloton, and want something that will last you many years and withstand all the sweating, I have no doubts the AirPods will do just fine. For cycling outside, I personally do not use or like to use any type of earbuds. It's just not safe to do that, and I don't recommend it. But if you like to have one on for notification and taking phone calls, you can always use one in one ear and leave the other ear open so you are aware of the traffic around you. Listen, you're gonna love these. There is no ifs or buts about them. I know you can get counterfeits, other different brands for a lot cheaper, but you get what you pay for. And there is a reason why you will find so many trying to copy the AirPods. Okay, I hope I covered everything and hopefully answered any question you might have. If not, let's chat in the comments. I'll leave links below in the description if you are interested in getting one. I know Amazon a lot of times runs deals on these, so make sure to check those links out. Okay, there you have it. Please take a quick second to hit the like button. Also subscribe if you've made it this far in this video and have not subscribed yet. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.